Hey, this is Jesse Krieger, founder and publisher of Lifestyle Entrepreneurs Press, joined here in the studio with Torben Rif. Torben is the best-selling author of Let Go, Conquer Your Fear Without Quitting. Torben, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you. How are you doing?
It's great to have you here. At this point, you've been in the U.S. for almost 2 weeks, visited bookstores, given a talk or two, working on some marketing. How's this experience been for you so far?
It's been great, the tools and the stuff, the ideas I have has been well received, and I enjoyed it. It's been amazing.
People have definitely enjoyed having you here. I know you did a talk the first day after you arrived, and then people are asking you to lunch, to dinner, to create partnerships. So I think that just says to me that there's a lot of people who resonate with this idea of letting go and releasing. So maybe in your own words, you can talk a little bit about, what is the power of letting go, and why are more and more people getting, excited, and if not excited, ready to release and let go themselves?
Well, it's interesting that I talked to quite a lot of people here this 2 weeks, and the funny thing is the Uber drivers, and we talked about it, and when we talk about it, it's very obvious that if you ask people, how are you, how they are feeling, how are you, they say, I'm fine. And when they say I'm fine, then I ask them, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, where is fine? If 10 is the absolute most amazing, you're free, you're good, you're happy, you're living your life like you want to, then they say, okay, there's 5. And then I ask them, are you satisfied with that? They say, no. So what are you doing to change it? Nothing. So this is interesting that so many people are actually fine, they are not happy, they're not satisfied, but they settle. They settle and say, okay, I'm fine, and that's okay. That's okay. Well, I think we deserve to have a life which is amazing. We should be on, maybe not a 10 all the time, but at least 8 to 10, if you see the scale of from 1 to 10. I think we deserve to live there. But to change involves a lot of pain. Well, they see it as a pain because you need to work to get through it. But with these 3 steps to let go from my book, it's actually not that difficult, because the tools is from the warrior's world, and he has to do it right here, right now. To use these tools, he has to do it like that. So I just made it so we can use it in the daily life to let go. And it's actually not that difficult. But it takes an effort. You need to bring some effort in,
I know you've had a big impact on a lot of Uber drivers.
While
you're here as well. For that reason. Let's jump in and talk about the actual 3 steps to let go.
Okay,
So, when you say the 3 steps to let go, what does that mean? And what are those steps? And let's see how people can start to put these ideas into practice in their own life.
First step, I think, if you want to let go, if we need to let go of something from the past, we need to understand why are we still doing it. So one thing is that you have a behavior or a belief that is actually preventing you to live a free life. This is holding you back. So if you look at the behavior, maybe you get annoyed, maybe you get tired of it, but I'm asking you, why are you still doing it? Why do you do it? Because you do it for a reason. Either to avoid pain or to gain pleasure, to get pleasure. So why are you still there? So step one is actually understanding why are you still doing it, and where did I learn it? If you look back at the past experiences, where did you learn that behavior? And from there we jump actually into step number 2, because no matter what you have been through, you learned something. You learned something and you brought it with you in your life, and you kept on doing this because it created a belief that at some point maybe served you, but now it's not serving you anymore. So when you look back at that experience where you learned that behavior or belief, could you change it? If you look at it in a positive way, what could you learn from it? Is there a deeper meaning? I believe that no matter what we have been through, there's a reason, there's a deeper meaning. And if you can find that and use that to create a better future, create the life you really want to live, to create the person. Because when I meet people, so many people it's like they are living in a certain way. I call it the ego. It's the facade. Yeah?
Facade, yeah.
Yeah, it's called that. But inside they feel there's so much more. There's so much more, but they are afraid to show it. Right? So what I'm helping people to get there, to let the ego go and then create the person you really are. And step number 3 is we need to accept that is the past. You can't change the past. The past is the past, and no matter what you've been through, that's done. But you can change the meaning of it, and that's the key. So if you change the meaning, if you have a negative experience, if you change the meaning of that, so you use it to create the life you want to live in a positive way, then you can let go. So these are the 3 steps. So the key is to understand why are you still doing the behavior, why do you still do it, and what could you learn from it, how can you change the meaning of the past. And then you need to acknowledge that you have a responsibility. It's your responsibility to change that. You have the choice. You can either choose to stay here or you can change. And I know a lot of people don't like changes because, hey, I know what I got, but I don't know if I change, would it be better or would it be worse? What's going to happen? But the thing is, when you change, it takes some effort, but it's worth it.
Do you think one of the reasons people don't change, even when they know that they should, or they know that they're not satisfied in the current situation, is because it's safer to stay the same, even if you're at a 5, like you said?
Yeah, it is safe. It is safe. I think one of the key reasons why we don't change is that we like to be safe. Of course, we like to know this is what I got. I know what I got. Yeah, I can see that could be better, but I'm not sure. So I stay here. You see a lot of people, they stay in a bad relationship, even though it's not good for them, but they stay there. They know they have to leave, but they stay because it's safest to stay here. Well, I got a partner here. If I leave, I don't have a partner. Maybe I will not find anyone, so it's better to stay here. So yeah, I think one of the key thing is if people feel unsafe, if they are unsafe, they stay. They don't want to change. So that's why you need to create a reason to change. You need to create a reason to change, an important one. And I usually recommend find 5 reasons, 5 important reasons why you should change now. And then you need to look at it and create a value. The value of change has to be much higher than yourself. Because the funny thing is, did you know that we are the, how to say that in English, we are the sum of the 5 persons we spend the most time with. You know that?
Sure.
Yeah. So that means if you change, you will influence the 5 most important people around you. In a good way, right? Because when you change, you will change for the better, right? So you will influence them. So the value of change is higher than yourself.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's important because it's easy to think, oh, I'll just deal with it, or I'll figure it out, or I this and that, is really only focused on oneself.
Yeah.
It's kind of a selfish interpretation when there's other people that are in our life in support, work capacity, relationship, friends, family. Those people all feel the impact of change as well.
But, well, I think one thing that is very important, don't change for other people. It's not for the 5 people I change, no. But I use that to motivate me to get up, to keep focus, to make sure I will keep on going, because to make a change, it takes time, it takes effort. You need to practice that every day. And when I look at the 5 most important people in my life, it's my partner and my two children. So of course, I will not change for their sake, but I'll use them to motivate me to practice.
Love it. Thanks so much for sharing. And let's get another look at the book here. Let Go, Conquer Your Fear Without Quitting. Torben Rif is a Tai Chi master, won multiple gold medals in numerous competitions around the world, and really has put these principles and practices into place in his own life, created massive change, and has now produced this book to help you do the same and more. Depending on where you're watching this, below you should be able to grab the 3 steps to let go, and you can also find Let Go wherever books are sold. Torben, thanks for joining us. Thanks for the spirited conversation. And we'll see you all in a future video.